think that being on the road, I think the road is one of the true litmus tests of how far vegetarianism and veganism has come. The road and like sports arenas. That's what I found. Like, I went to a Blackhawks game not so long ago, and I found a veggie burger in the stadium. I couldn't believe it. I went to a White Sox game last year, and there was a veggie burger there, and I always felt, I went with my dad too, who was still a hot dog eater, and I always felt that this is the last place that vegetarian food will find a home, and there it was. You know what I mean? It was there. There was plenty of food to eat. But the road too, like those little truck stops. You know, you find vegetarian food there, and all the fast food restaurants. You see, anyone who's been vegetarian for more than a few years knows that all of a sudden you can get a veggie burger almost anywhere. You know, you can get a veggie dog almost anywhere. It's like these places are realizing that there are many of us. You know, that our numbers are growing, and that's certainly awesome and encouraging. You know, and we don't have to bring peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on the road anymore. It's like not that I recommend eating at any of these fast food restaurants, but if you're like, if you're in bind, you don't have to starve. I think that we found Japan is still the hardest place for a vegetarian to eat. That's what we've found so far, or a vegan to eat. It's just so, I don't know what it is. We have laminates, like not tour laminates, but laminates that simply say in Japanese that we don't eat meat or dairy. And we walk around restaurants and we just show them, we just go, can we eat here? Will you give us anything? And for the most part, the answer is no. You know, it's really difficult. And California is still the easiest place to eat. You know, whenever we go there, we still. And Denver's got a bunch of great restaurants here too. So you guys are stoked. Let's see. Okay, so I'm not going to do too much more, but I did bring a video, and I know a lot of you guys have seen our video for Ready to Fall, but I'm going to show it for people who haven't seen it. And I think that to me, it's what I'm most proud of that we've done. Like the video that Meat is Murder, you guys have seen Meat is Murder, or parts of it at least, you know. Meat is Murder, for those of you who don't know, it's just like it's a very graphic look at what goes on inside slaughterhouses and what happens to animals. And to me, that was like one of the huge things that pushed me over into a meat-free lifestyle. You know, it was just seeing those images, you know. And I've seen people say that I totally believe that a picture is worth 1,000 words, a video is worth 1,000 words, like all those things. It's those images, you know, we can talk till we're blue in the face about the black and white statistics of animal rights and this and that, but until you actually see it, you know, I think that it doesn't really, sometimes it doesn't have that same impact. And so when we were put in a position to do a video for our last record, and the record, it was before the record was out, and it was after the record was out. It was doing well. It was the 10th best-selling record in the country when it came out. It was doing so well. And we knew this video would be a big deal, and we knew the label was giving us all this money to do it. You know, and they just like do a video. And I think any punk rock band hates doing music videos. It's like you're asked to fabricate so much. You know, you have like things that you just don't do. You know what I mean? You don't hang out in front of camera crews with catering over here, and like you're asked to just kind of fake what you do. But we knew we could do a video. We knew that it would be played everywhere. We knew it would be all over the place. And we were like, what if we could channel the things that happen in Meat is Murder, or things like Earthlings. You guys know Earthlings, narrated by Joaquin Phoenix. It's also a really moving and dramatic piece of environmentalism and animal rights. And so we took this video, and all we did was we made like a collage of like stuff from Meat is Murder, which Peter was kind enough to lend us the footage, and stuff from Earthlings, which we sort of collaged together, and then obviously we have us playing in the video too. And we used the video as a sort of vehicle to get these images on television, you know, on stations that wouldn't normally play stuff like Meat is Murder or stuff like Earthlings and this really graphic stuff. And so we found a way to get this stuff simply by putting this soundtrack to it, to get this stuff on TV. And it really, I think that we thought it would have a big impact, and it had an even bigger impact than we ever thought it would have. You know, all of a sudden the emails were pouring in. You know, people were, for the first time, seeing what was going on inside slaughterhouses simply because they turned on MTV or whatever. And that was, to me, it was like this video just transcended the band and even like the scene or anything. It was like, we got these images on TV. Like we sort of, I saw it in a weird way, like we hijacked the airwaves and we got this stuff on TV. I didn't care whether anybody bought the record or if they even heard the song and they watched it on mute, you know what I mean, or missed the band yet. It was like, I felt like it was sort of one for the team. Like we sort of accomplished this. We got on TV with all this stuff. And so I'm gonna play the video. Yeah, actually, if you don't mind, play the video for you guys just so. This is really embarrassing for me too. I don't like to if I'm in a bar and our music is playing, I'm like, oh, it's really. So, but here it is.